All right. Yeah. Said I was gonna make a video. What I saw too, I figured I'd probably do more like clips rather than one long one. Um, but it's more to just every time I talk about it, even when I'm online and playing the game and I speak to somebody about it, it makes me feel good about the stuff that's going on. But it also doesn't because I'm not getting help and people just I don't know what the fuck's why why messing with the kid's brain or a grown person adult's brain? Why is that okay and why is that allowed? Why should I have to be 27 years old and try to do stuff and then things get worse from people around treating me, from family, people going to doctors traveled across the fucking country to try to go to Supreme Court for shit and nothing. And ironically too, as I'm talking about this, somebody that was parked over on the side where I'm at is obviously driving through right now because people don't like when people talk about this stuff. From person that I saw today, uh, explaining the stuff that he's going through and getting harassed as he's making a video talking about what he's doing too, which is messed up. So you got people like the person over here to my left who will quickly jump when somebody says jump, just like everybody else. Like if I'm some criminal or all these other kids who are now adults who don't get help. Like, what's the law on that? Why weren't we told as kids about what the law is about getting your head messed with and what we could do about it and what we're supposed to know about it compared to getting fucked with and finding out that you most likely had your body controlled? Like me, I know shit happened at Walmart here in Riverside, California. Uh, at the laws here in Riverside, California, too. It's like I explained to my aunt and other stuff. It's like I can't do anything. Like even when I thought I had privacy and stuff, I found out that I didn't. Going back to other places, whether it's somewhere I did something, somebody was obviously doing something related. But doing it in public where there's literally during the day too, where there's everybody else around doing what they do, and that's running red lights, not going on green lights, pouring out beer bottles in front of everybody, cutting me off in front of cops and nobody doing nothing. Shit, I had it because of this stuff and saying, not even knowing what could go on. I literally had somebody act like they pulled a gun on me, and me trying to pull up next to them, of course, trying to tell them be careful on the road because it could lead to an accident. Just felt the need to act like he pulled a gun on me, which made me want to say, well, rather fight and other stuff. And then it turns out that I get an actual gun pulled on me 2 days later. And it seemed like people in Corona wanted to talk about it. Just random conversations as I went to that Mimi's Cafe was, oh, I wouldn't do that. Which is could be somebody's random conversation. Of course, I wasn't into it, but it seems like I get a gun pulled on me and somebody says something and along those lines, I wouldn't do that. Was that as in pulling the gun on me or me because I followed that person, called 911 and was following the person because he pulled a gun on me? And all I did, and it was his fault. Like the motherfucker. Or it could be my fault because I wanted to get in front of him so I could be the first one to go on the green light because I was trying to get home, not trying to stay out on the road. And then it turns out that either that was my fault and he got mad because he didn't want to get passed up, or because he was able to hear my thoughts and was like, well, I'm not going to let him get in front of me. And so he sped up to block me. So I got over to the next lane because I had just switched to the third lanes over here off of Van Buren when you get off the freeway from the 215. It switched to 3 lanes, and so I was like, all right, went over. The only other thing I could think of is I was close to his car, and I had said a couple days before that on that Viper dude who acted like he pulled a gun on me, was said, I have a van, I have no problem, I'll go and crash into him or hit him, whatever. Which is just me being stupid or whatever, but that's what nobody's saying. Oh, well, don't say that because you could get killed or somebody's watching you and get to say it to anybody in the world. And it's fucking retarded. Like, that shit's stupid. I even talking about this stuff, like I didn't even freaking grind up my bud yet. I have it right here so I can smoke. For those of you who want to know who are smokers, I have some Tri-Fi OG right here, which is probably can't even see it. Of course it's reversed and shit. Oh well, it's Tri-Fi. From what I read, it's from the three main stuff out in in Florida, the growing capitals or whatever have you. And that shit's fucked up though. Because they hear stuff and be treated, oh, because of marijuana. And then my family members say, oh, it's because you did drugs. Well, was it drugs or marijuana? Because I've heard other people call me crackhead. I've heard people from doctors recently mention meth. And it's like, what the fuck? The only thing that should be in my bloodstream is marijuana. And even then, it should have already turned to wax or some sort of fucking shatter. Because of as much as I smoked. And still not be as dumb and somehow be fucking way smarter and feel that way, knowing exactly what I known and gone through and being treated like shit, not being the best in school and somehow not being a killer. Like what's gone through my head, like somebody say kill, me playing video games and somehow getting shit to me, like if I'm talking shit or if I am a killer on a fucking game, which actually started happening too. Every time I thought about playing a game with shooting or something, the fucking word or something going through my head like kill, or oh, because I want to kill, which is dumb. Obviously, yeah, you're killing in the game, but that's why shit's dumb. Like, obviously, if stuff was that dangerous, there would literally be no gamers because people would be getting killed by playing Grand Theft Auto, The Last of Us, any fucking game, even Crazy Taxi or Simpsons Hit and Run, shit like that, like where shit goes on that's crazy, that's unreal. But somehow people just go and with their crazy minds just get paranoid, and being in the leadership is just like, oh, well, that's going to lead to that. Maybe we should stop it. It's a good thing to be trying to do something nice, but when you just blaming shit on other shit, and I know that from my own experience, from me getting crapped on from a kid, not being helped, random shit that happened when I was a kid, and somehow me being strong or stupid enough to try to push through that stuff. So either I was born that way or somebody was manipulating me and been doing that stuff even till today. No matter what it is, whether it's something good to help me cry over something that's serious, or something to get me mad over something that's serious, or even something that's dumb. Almost anything. So there's so much stuff I almost lost myself in that. Which in a way I kind of did, trying to think about exactly as I was trying to put that through, but that's why shit's ridiculous. That's why this is about to be almost 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna let it go for the 10. 2 more minutes, and then I'm gonna stop it, pack my bowl and stuff, and get the smoke in. Hopefully I don't get messed with too, thinking I'm over here, because this is a place where I was at about 2 years ago when my cousin passed away, which I will show video and other stuff. Well, I'll just do a quick one of where I'm at. Only some people in Riverside, California that know about this would be here, which would be about anybody that travels from San Diego, LA, and shit like that. But this is actually here in Riverside, California, and I don't know where that car freaking other worker went, but he went out that way. And it looked like there's a plane that was really low that was gonna land on that road right there where the car was coming from, but then it flew up. So if you guys heard that plane, this is where I was at. So hopefully I don't get messed with smoking and drinking here, because I plan on sleeping here. Because if you guys don't already know, the past 2 years I've been having to sleep out of the van off and on by using it. And then of course this past year, starting back in June, the end of June, because of McDonald's, they're discriminating ass over freaking my daughter and then the baby's mom, my daughter's mom and her other 2 kids. The shit that went on right there. And literally nobody honking the horn in line for 10-15 minutes. Nobody telling me, oh, your food, can you go park in the front like usual? No, this time, at that time, they made me wait while there's 2 crying kids in the car. My daughter was in the car as well, and they're all hungry and stuff, and all we did was get 3 Happy Meals and like 3 Big Mac or McDoubles or something, because I didn't want to eat because of the stuff, but I still grabbed something like usual because I didn't want to be messed up and not order something when being offered. It's just random shit with me. But that's why it was just like one of those, like, oh, my daughter's mom went to say thank you after I chose to speak up, and got an attitude with me though, seeing if she should want her money back because we're waiting that long. Which is why I even said too, at least let's get the kids food since we're already waiting, and then we could just get ours after. But no, like everything just seems to get pissed off at me. Even when I smoked the first day out of being out of the hospital that I almost was killed at in Tennessee, which is some racist motherfuckers out there. Racist motherfuckers. I wouldn't doubt from the shit that I heard, which is the only reason why I say that. Because almost being killed in there for not being talked to over this, and I'm brown skin, which I'm native Mexican, literally had Border Patrol follow me back in 2010, 11, when I was waiting for a job for the worker to come to the job, and I chose to get something to eat, and it was 8 in the morning. Fucking Border Patrol coming up on my ass right behind me in the drive-thru. 2 people just staring at me. I didn't go to jail then. It's no wonder why I've been set up for freaking tickets, and why too. I didn't want to pay them. Well, more so now. But even then, it was just more me living my life, not realizing I had the money to get rid of it then. But me knowing now, it's kind of a good thing too, because that shit was intentionally set up. How many times am I gonna freaking get messed up on the road when I'm not doing anything compared to when I actually do something and I get allowed to? Which is why shit's so fucked up and stupid. And I'm at the 11:15, but I just grinded out my stuff. I want to take a couple of drinks of the beer right here. If you guys want to check it out, King Cobra. Cobra's something I drink on too here and there. Stop with the liquor. Shit stays in my stomach too much, makes me sick. But the beer, the King Cobra. If you like Budweiser, you're gonna like this stuff, King Cobra, because it's cheaper, taste, I say better a bit, but yeah, cheaper, and then yeah. But I still wouldn't mind Budweiser, because somehow, even it says 5%, that shit seems like it has more. Regardless, that shit seems to fuck me up more than anything else out of drinking the same type of stuff. So, but other than that, I'm just trying to enjoy myself, not be stupid or do this. Oh yeah, everyone do what I'm doing because I somehow know, and I'm doing this thing rather than doing something important to get money, like everybody does. And everybody's complaining now because they don't got a job for it, or let alone they get screwed over just trying to make money doing their jobs now because of the fucked up shit in this world that people shouldn't be complaining about. It's what you guys asked for. You guys allow this slavery and brain shit to go on, but then want to complain when your life's getting fucked with? Come on now, I fucking traveled across the country, whether it's for me selfish and my daughter, or because other people are involved and fucking are afraid to even speak up or just don't want to get screwed over. So that's one thing that I could give some thanks to, feeling me motivated, giving me some motivation, is the type of music is in hip-hop, and even more so nowadays is reggae and other stuff like that. Just because the music makes me feel good, makes me want to go out and do stuff, or when I'm actually out and doing stuff, makes me want to listen to music and other shit. And that's not even counting fucking 2 years ago, not even knowing and just feeling like somebody was talking about me, knowing they mentioned something about music when I was in the restroom at Santa Monica. And just that night before was literally being woken up every time I nodded off to sleep by some undercover, which I figured is now, that was right in front of the car. Every time I woke up and looked, there's somebody right there. And I couldn't even go to sleep. Literally fucking 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, still trying to fucking, like, tired of shit. And then somebody mentions music, so I'm in the restroom, like, whatever it said, that's why I just remember saying, that's why I can't remember exactly what I said, but it was more like, basically, I don't need the music, like what I figured people were saying I need music to basically function, or that's what was being put through my head every time I was out in public. So fucking people want to make joke of that because it's not actual words or fucking thoughts coming through my head, especially what people were used to. The shit was just dumb. That's why I don't need the music like people say. But then again, that's why shit's fucked up, because I do need it in a way nowadays to where I have to have headphones on. Not as much. Depends on how I work myself up pulling up to a place. And that's already deciding if I'm actually going to go out to that place in the beginning. Which is, I need headphones on so I don't have to hear other people's conversation. And I'll leave it at that, and I'll start off with just headphone stuff or whatever else. But it's at 14:50 right now.